Night folds softly around Lena's small bedroom, the air touched with the cool hush of midnight. She's tucked beneath her quilt, a patchwork of old soccer jerseys and soft, worn flannel, nestled by a window rimmed in blue lamplight from the street. Shadows stretch long across the hardwood floor, rippling softly when passing cars send waves of light drifting through the curtains. It is a room shaped by love, a water bottle on the desk, a picture of wildflowers by last week's sketchbook, and a velvet bear watching patiently from a shelf. Lena's mother quietly makes rounds through the creaking old house, her footsteps familiar, caring. On the verge of sleep, Lena blinks her eyes open. There, just outside her door, a flicker of movement, faint and silvery, dances across the hallway floor. Something more velvety than shadow. Curiosity stirs, a secret call, not loud, but softly insistent. Lena listens, heart beating steady and calm. She slips from her bed, wraps herself in her favorite red cardigan, and pads gently to the door, drawn by the soft invitation of the unknown. Lena tiptoes into the hallway, feeling the cool wood against her bare feet. The house, silent in the late hour, hums with its usual nighttime song, the distant whir of the old fridge, a pipe sighing in the walls, and a draught of wind slipping through unseen seams. At the far end of the corridor, silver wings flutter. A moth, larger than any Lena has ever seen, pulses softly in the glow of the wall sconce. Its presence calms her. Its wings beat in a hypnotic, steady rhythm, like the breathing of something ancient and gentle. Lena follows, brushing careful fingers against the wallpaper patterned with faded roses. Portraits of family, her mother, her brother as a child, even herself clutching a soccer ball, line the wall, their eyes bright in the dim light. The moth pauses before each, casting delicate, shifting shadows. Lena feels as if she's walking through a storybook she has always known, yet never truly seen at night. The moth hovers now in the entrance to the living room, and Lena steps inside. Here, the world seems transformed. Lamplight slants through half-closed blinds, painting the room in glimmering stripes of blue and warm gold. On the coffee table, her mother's mug rests beside an open mystery novel. The air shimmers with possibilities. Outside, rain begins pattering against the windows, each drop like a tiny drumbeat. In the hush, Lena notices details usually unseen, the way the walls seem to ripple with shadows that move of their own accord, the subtle glisten of dust motes turning in the light, and, most curious of all, a faint glowing line traced upon the rug, as if inviting her to step forward. The moth settles atop the TV, wings folded patiently. Lena sits on the sofa, her legs tucked beneath her, and listens. The silence, she realizes, is not empty, it is full. Full of stories, secrets, and the gentle heartbeat of home. Drawn onward, Lena follows the moth as it flits through the arch into the dining room. Here, moonlight spills through sheer curtains, tumbling over the table set for breakfast tomorrow, glasses of water catching the blue gleam, a fruit bowl gleaming with waxy apples. The room feels like a stage between acts, waiting, breathing. Lena notices an oddity. One chair is pulled out, angled toward the darkened back of the house. On the seat, resting incongruously, lies her mother's favorite necklace, the silver locket she has been searching for since last week. As Lena approaches, a subtle shift in air brings her to a gentle pause. She remembers her mother's worried sighs, her habit of quietly solving everyone else's puzzles. Now, in the blue hush, Lena realizes she can help. She picks up the locket with care. its surface warm from the hidden energy of dreams, and clasps it gently in her fist. The moth seems to nod approvingly, circling her once before, dipping through the door that leads to the shadowed stairway. Lena hesitates on the threshold of the stairway. Shadows pool like dark water at the base of the wood steps, and the old house groans in response to the rising wind outside. But the moth's pale wings catch a stray shaft of lamplight, transforming the dark into something less fearsome, almost inviting. She descends softly, the banister cool under her fingers. Downstairs, the laundry room breathes in blue gloom. Outside its high window, water trickles in silver rivulets. Lena pauses, heart steady, as the moth settles atop the washing machine. She notices a small, sodden sock, shrunken from an old storm, missed in the last load. Carefully, she picks it up, setting it in the laundry basket. A simple kindness, small but important. The moth bobs in silent approval before darting back up the stairs, as if testing whether she will follow. Lena, lighter for her gentle gesture, climbs after it, carrying the sense of having lifted a small weight from the world. Back at the top of the stairs, Lena finds herself in the darkened hallway once more. The moth glides just ahead, drawing her toward a forgotten closet door, its mirrored surface reflecting flickers of both light and shadow. Softly, Lena opens it. Inside, amid stacks of blankets, chessboards, and a box of family photographs, she discovers her old, missing sketchbook, the one she thought had vanished forever. She slides it free, feeling its familiar heft, pages still scented with crayons and hope. She flips through and finds a drawing of herself and her mother, hand in hand. The image glows in the reflected hallway light, warm and reassuring. With a gentle smile, Lena hugs the sketchbook close. The moth circles her once, wings brushing her cheek like a blessing. The moth now leads Lena to the guest room at the hall's end, a room seldom entered after dark since her grandfather passed away. The atmosphere shifts, the blue light deepens, and shadows stretch longer. But in the moth's company, the solemnity does not feel frightening, only reverent and mysterious. Lena steps inside, heart open. Dust motes swirl in the lamp's glow. The moth perches atop a photo of her grandfather, his smile broad and steady. The room is still, the hush profound. Lena sits on the old rocking chair, the sketchbook in her lap, the found locket resting over her heart. The silence here holds memory and comfort. It is a space where old sadness is soothed, not sharpened by the presence of something unseen. She closes her eyes, feeling the gentle thrum of love and longing that lingers in the air. Soothed by the peace and stillness, Lena leans back in the rocking chair. A moth glides softly to the curtain, now fluttering in the returning breeze. It seems to shimmer and expand, filling the room with gentle silver light. For a moment, Lena feels her grandfather's hand on her shoulder, the memory wrapped in warmth and moon-scented gentleness. She breathes deep, comforted. The moth's wings catch the golden glow of the lamp, and, suddenly, Lena understands. The small acts of care, the found locket, the rescued sketchbook, the lifted sock, are threads in the tapestry of home. Kindness is magic, even in the quietest hour. With a contented sigh, she rises. The moth, satisfied, glides back down the hall toward the bedroom where Lena's mother, hearing the soft creak of floorboards, waits with a sleepy, knowing smile. Lena slips quietly back into her bedroom, sketchbook in hand, the silver locket cool against her skin. She tucks herself beneath her patchwork quilt as her mother appears at the door, faintly smiling, drawn by some intuition of the night's wanderings. Wordlessly, her mother sits beside her, brushing hair from Lena's forehead and whispering, "Found what you were looking for?" Lena nods, and they listen together to the soft rain, the lullaby of the house, and the echo of moth wings faded into memory. Shadows no longer trouble the room. Instead, blue light merges gently with the warmth of home. Lena drifts towards sleep, awash in comfort and wonder, her world mysteriously the same, yet forever changed by acts of quiet magic.